Right, so I'm gonna do this again. This is a video that I did already and uploaded it, but because the sound was a bit off, the sound from what I'm gonna play was fine, but my sound was a bit off. I am going to re-upload it after redoing it here. I came across this video. I don't remember how I came across this video, but I came across this video and I noticed they're referencing chess. And whenever I hear a chess reference in this kind of this realm of YouTube, this realm of YouTube, I have switched the camera to right here, not up here anymore, so it might take a little getting used to. But whenever I hear chess referenced in this realm of YouTube, I always see, oh, what are they talking about? Why? Well, because if anybody knows me, they know that I play chess. I play chess quite well, actually. I am a former chess champion. A former chess champion from the ages of 10 to the ages of 20. From 10, I won that tournament, and I have never lost that tournament until I had to vacate that title at 20. Why? Simple, because the age was 10 to 20, and at 20 years old, all the people that could beat me were older than 20, and all the people that could qualify for that tournament couldn't beat me. They were 20 or 20 and under. And before I go trying to make it sound like, oh, it's some giant global tournament, no, it's a local tournament. There's no FIDE relevance, if anybody knows what FIDE is. So it's not like a ranking tournament with them. It's a local tournament, but it's still high quality players. So strong players. So there's that. So to say the least, I know how to play chess. I know how to play chess well. I know everything about how the game is played. Moving it back to this, I see this and the chess. So I'm going to go through this because not so much because of chess itself, but because of the meanings behind it through the chess references. And hopefully there's something that one and all can learn from this. So let's get going. This is the video here, and I have reached the point where I'm going to start, but since I sorted this by newest comment first, and boy, these comments were sad. There was only one that was okay, maybe she knows the deal. I think it might have been this one, but it was sad. In any case, here's my comment from 3 weeks ago. Okay, and you see what it says here. Who is this everyone that supposedly knows? And this is the point that I'll be playing from. Simple fact of the matter is, wrong. The queen isn't the most important piece on the chessboard. The king is. If the queen gets captured, if the king gets captured, rather, the game is over for all. Is over for all the pieces. The game for all the pieces is over. So what is the queen then? The queen is the most powerful piece. Big difference. It is a big difference. If you and your ilk knew how to play chess, much less be a former chess champion like me, you wouldn't have made such a blunder. And there's a reason why I use this word. Anybody who knows chess knows about this word. So there's that. You evidently don't know about chess if you think the king stays. Oh yeah, she made several different things and I put them all in here. If you think the king stays in one spot the whole game. Lastly, no, there isn't a point of the game where you abandon the king. This is funny. I'm gonna enjoy destroying this point here. You don't get to soar in chess. If one goes, everyone. Okay, so you see what I wrote here. You see what I wrote here. Let's now get into the actual video and just re-destroy. Now, of course, I'm not going to play this entire 3 hour or whatever the hell. I got more important shit to do. I have to go cook my lunch for work for the week. So, yeah. But let's get started.
Everyone knows that on that chessboard,
okay,
that queen is the most important piece.
As stated, it is not the most important piece. It's the most powerful piece. There's a big difference to that. The king is the most important piece. I just literally mentioned that. If the king goes, everybody goes. And so there's that.
The queen is the only one on the chessboard that can move in any direction and do whatever it so desires in order to get the job done.
Wrong again, madam. The queen cannot do whatever the hell she wants. She's bound by rules just like everybody else. She also can't move however the hell she feels. She cannot move like the knight. She cannot jump over pieces, and she cannot move in an L shape. Either, 3 up and 1 over, or 3 over, 1 up. Point is, in an L shape. That's how the knight moves. And because the knight can move in an L shape in any direction, it essentially can move in a circle. Or it has a circle of effect and circular area of effect. The queen can't do that. The queen can move like, the queen can move like the king, every other piece. Why would she want to move like the king or if the tactic requires it, obviously fine. Why would she want to move like the pawn? Again, if the tactic requires it, but the point is she can move like every other piece except for the knight, and she cannot jump over pieces like the knight can. So no, she cannot do whatever the hell she wants. She's not the most important piece. You're 0-2.
Right? Every other piece has a specific function and is limited to a specific movement.
As is she. She might have more than one type of movement, but she is still limited.
They can only move certain directions. But the queen is very important. And yes, in the game of chess, the queen, her main job, like most of the chess players, is to protect the king. Now,
that is her only job. It is not her main job. All of them are to protect the king. And why is that? Because the king owns it all. The king owns it all. The king owns the queen, the king owns the knight, the king owns the rook, the castle, whatever you want to call it, rook, castle, whatever. The king owns the priest or bishop. Nobody ever calls it a priest, but, to religion, bishop. King owns the pawns. So all of them are to protect him, because anyhow he goes, they all go. So that is not her main job, it is her only job.
Now, what is the king doing when all of this is going on? Because you have to remember, this is a game of strategy. Not like what he said. What does he say? Strategisms and strategery, whatever the hell this nigger was saying. So, in giving that, what is the king doing? The king ain't doing shit, ladies and gentlemen. The king don't do a motherfucking thing but sit in one goddamn place and watch all of the players move.
Wrong again. Oh my God. No, the king does not sit in one place. First of all, special move in chess castling. Unless you are Paul Morphy. Paul Morphy is I don't care about Magnus Carlsen. I don't care about Bobby Fischer or anybody else. Unless you are Paul Morphy and Paul Morphy only. If you don't know who Paul Morphy is, number one, go look him up. And number two, that tells me right now that you don't know about chess. Paul Morphy is the only person that can have his king out in the wide open middle of the dogfight, middle of the firefight, and not have a problem. And if he does, you're probably going to lose. Okay, he can probably count down, mate in 50, and there ain't jack shit you can do about it. Unless you are him, chances are your king is castled. Your king is way the hell out of the way. Why? Because he is the most important piece. He is not stuck in one place. And the king, and of course, this is where we start learning about, the life lessons that the game of chess tells you. The king is sitting there watching the pieces move because the king is the one forming the strategy, doing the tactics. The king is the one that has already pre-planned out, and based on what the king sees through the bird's eye view, which is really just a player, but we'll just say the king gets to use tactics and strategy to gain the win. The king is doing that. The king is in the castle, king side or queen side, radioing to all the other pieces, yo, move over here, move over there, pull up here, all of that. The rest of them are too busy moving around to be doing anything. They might high-five each other as they pass, but that's about it. The king is the one that is moving everybody. Of course, you wouldn't know this, but hey, you don't play chess, so, and it's quite evident by what you're saying, so there's that.
And defend and protect him. He does nothing.
Wrong.
He can't do shit but stay in one place and hope that the pawns, that the bishop, that the queen, that all of the other chess pieces are moving favorable for him, as he does nothing and serves no fucking purpose.
Okay, so as stated, they're not just moving around hoping to God that, oh, this works. No, it is all tactically moving in what I guess could be termed, if anybody remembers the 33 laws of power, 33 laws of war, grand strategy. Okay. He is moving the pieces based off the tactics and strategy that was planned out long before the fight started. And then, of course, modified as the fight goes on, because obviously the other side is doing the exact same thing. So it's not some cut and dry thing. It's more like an amorphous, enigmatic type of fight, but the strategies and tactics are the same. The king is doing a lot. The king is doing a lot. This is a life lesson. This is not so much the actual game itself. This is the life lesson, because this, I'd like to think, is what she's going off of, trying to make it reflect life. The king does a lot. The king does a lot. And as it turns to life here, well, you ladies by yourself. Actually, no. Let me not go down that road. Let's keep going.
Okay, so if they want to call themselves kings, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, let them have it. Call them a king. Okay, because they love to reference chess. But there's a part in this conversation that black men forget, and the black women that use this as a talking point. You did.
Oh, really? What is this? This should be good.
Mammies, there's something that you forget about this. And what you forget is that there is a point in the game where it's over, where you basically abandon the Kang.
There is no point in the game of chess where you abandon the king. There is no point in the game of chess where you abandon the king. Not one. The closest you come to something like that is called resignation, where, despite however much or few pieces are on the board, you lose. As stated, there is no swirling in chess. The black queen and the black pawns and all that don't get to go over to the white side. If the king goes, however you, by whatever form or fashion, so too by said form and fashion do all the other pieces, including the queen's black ass, go as well. Whoever the hell this is, because I'm not sure if the person speaking right now sounds like Chrysalin Karazin, and that's not this person here, this Nylah vibes. Okay. That woman is going to lead so many black women. I mean, because hell, look, you see how many, and of course, yeah, we have some white supremacists here, but let's just be honest, a lot of these are black women. I don't see why they don't learn. Whatever you want to say about black men, okay, fine. Say whatever you want. Hell, everybody else does. But look at all of the women that have thought, you know what, screw black men, we're going to go over here. And then they end up getting treated worse. And apparently it's not just black women. There's no shortage of Asian women that think, hey, forget these Asian men. I'm more attracted to, I think you know who. And then they end up coming back like, I was just some Chun-Li, hentai, poke, Ling Xiao Yu. At no point do you abandon the king. That doesn't happen. When the king goes, everyone else goes, whether they like it or not. There's no prisoners. There's no sex slaves. Nope. They all go. So for her to sit here and say something like this, from a literal, strictly speaking sense, tells you she doesn't know anything about chess. Okay? And this lady right here, Chrysalin Perry, with the hand up, I play chess, then why did you not correct her when she said that foolishness? This person right here, whoever this is, they corrected her. Someone doesn't play chess. The most powerful piece is the queen, in all caps. Most powerful, right. Not important, not most important, most powerful. Big difference. This kind of thinking is what is going to lead a lot of them down the road to ruin, the road to ruination, the road to desolation. But you know what? Hey, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the Bible somewhere that they say that it said the people will go. I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially, people will go looking for the teacher that teaches them what they want to hear, not the teacher that tells them what they need to know, but they will essentially like. Wish I knew the chapter or the verse, the path, whatever. But basically, they will keep riling against the person who tells them what they need to know until they come up against a teacher that tells them what they want to hear. And then they'll go and follow them. And you all know what it is, so there's that. Let's keep going.
Do you all know when that is? See, the queen's job is to make sure that the king doesn't get captured in the game of chess. Stop referring to your life and relationships with these dusty motherfuckers as chess, okay? Because prophecy is what you are speaking over yourself. So again, my dear people. In the game of chess, the queen's main role is to make sure that he is never captured. What the queen does is check and mate on the behalf of the king as he sits his black ass up there and don't do shit. That's what the queen does.
Keep in mind that all of this applies for the white side as well. Strictly speaking, for the game of chess, all of what the black side does, the white side does as well. You know? But moving back to its filtering through life, or coming in through, coming from the game into life. Let's see that queen, black or hell, even the white queen, just, okay, but let's see that queen, whichever color, do all of that on her own. Again, play chess, not as much as I'd like to, because, oh my god, pandemic and all that business, but, well, that, and just life, I'm not getting paid to play chess like some, okay, but play chess, former chess champion. And I ask you, show me where the queen is able to do that free and clear on her own with zero help from anyone else in any form or fashion. Check. Okay, fine. Mate, are you sure? The queen single-handedly can win the game. No help in any form or fashion from the king, the pawn, even another pawn, the bishop, the rook, the knight. Simple on her own. Really? Show me one game where that has happened. One game ever in the history of chess where that has happened. Show me one. Where the queen was able to win single-handedly on her own. Nobody blocking the king off, nobody guarding the queen, no nothing. Because if anybody knows how stalemates work, there's that. Okay. Taking this to life. Black women, Sue is talking now. If you were able to do it on your own single-handedly with no help from anyone, why haven't you? Why haven't you? What is... Since you want to reference chess so much, what is stopping you from doing that? Especially in today's day and age. Single-handedly, all on your own. Of course, that would probably require you to go and get your own, not even planet, but just country, and build everything up from scratch on your own. But hell, we won't even go down that route. You have America, built by whoever it's built by. There are two different people claiming that, from what I've seen, claiming to be the builders of this country. Okay. So tell me, what's stopping you? Except for perhaps one or two, maybe a few, no other group of women, despite whatever problems they might have with their men, is saying foolishness like this. None. the one or two, maybe a few that are, they get properly demonized and properly banished from the group in all but physical manifestation. Asian women go saying foolishness like this, you're Asian in looks only, and that's it. East Indian, Middle Eastern, whatever. And last I checked, based on what feminism goes saying, it appears that Middle Eastern women have problems with their men, more problems with their men than African women do, than African American women do, than black women on this planet do with black men. They don't go saying this crap. And the ones that do realize, hey, you're Middle Eastern in looks only, and that's it. But don't come around here when they want to start treating you like some terrorist. Don't come back to us. East Indian, when they want to start treating you like Manjula, like a Pooh's wife from the Quickie Mart, don't come to us if you've been sitting here talking all this crap about us. Asian women, same thing. When they're looking at you like some me love you long time hentai waifu with the micro mini schoolgirt, micro mini skirt from the schoolgirls, hentai videos and shit. If you've been saying anything about Asian dudes, if you've been sitting there laughing with them as they talk about how small our dicks supposedly are, don't come back here, bitch. You better go back over there and be geisha for whichever dude, black, white, East Indian, whatever, who you were laughing at while they talk shit about us. You don't get to come back over here and expect Asian men to come protect you when they start treating you like some Thai hooker. Right? When they expect you to love them long time and you thought it was better over there. Nah, don't come back over here. All you Hispanic women, when non-Hispanic men start treating you like some enchilada, start treating you like Chiquita with the freaking fruit on the head or whatever the hell, and expect you to put on the freaking dress and start doing flamenco dances and crap. Nah, don't come back over here expecting Hispanic men to come save you. Black women, every other woman knows this. They all know this. Whatever problem they have with their men, they don't go saying this. And there's a reason for it. The other question comes, if all these other women have problems with their men, and they do, then how is it that black men are supposedly any worse than any other man? I don't know. God forbid all these other men of all these other groups have problems with their women too, just like black men have with with black women. So apparently everyone's fucked up, but apparently somehow black men are the ones that get the foot. Okay, let's move right along with this.
But oh dear, there's a point in time where there is no doubt that every chess player knows. Okay?
Yeah, there is a point in time. And that's where resignation comes in. The other side won. And you get to die. You don't get to be a slave for the other side. No, you die. That's it. And that's metaphorically. I mean, really, the game is over. You just lost however much points you lost, if it's a ranking or whatever, or you just lost the tournament, lost the money, whatever. You know, point is, you lost. Reset the game and start over, or hey, go find another player. But for all intents and purposes, you get what I'm saying here. You die.
The king is captured, y'all. We in church today. Can I get some hallelujahs?
No, you can't. And if you're really in church, well, what does the church, probably also the mosque and the synagogue, say about women and well, let me not now. Let's.
When the king has been captured, the game is over.
Correct. So what is this abandoning of the king foolishness that you were talking about just a second ago? The game is over. What, do you think the game is over just for the king alone? And this woman has so many people, majority women, and some trolls and all that, of course. Majority women. Was this a dude? The queen is the one that needs protecting. Okay. Kevin J. Brown. The queen is the one that needs protecting, not the king. Wow, and this man is one of their mods for this lady here, this Nylah vibes. No, the queen does not need protecting. The king is the one that needs the protecting because he's the most important one. I don't know what the hell you're talking about here, dude. I guess simping didn't help you any. Because how the hell are you, oh black man, and I'm guessing not gay, guessing, managed to be a moderator for this witches coven looking like they're about to go on a warlock hunt? Huh. Okay. Well, yeah. So many people actually believe this woman. Long before my comment, and no doubt long after. Oh well. Oh well.
You see, after the king has been dominated, after the king has been infiltrated, after all the defenses are broken down and he has been captured, dominated, the game is over. So black woman, I'm telling you, you got to know when it's time to abandon your king.
It's things like this that make people say, don't listen to women on certain things. Don't listen to women on certain things. It's things like this. She just finished saying the game is over. After the king has been dominated and infiltrated and all that stuff and all this other different kinds of aided, the game is over. Now, considering that all of these other pieces were supposed to sit there and protect the king, if that still manages to happen to the king, chances are that means that all the other pieces, A, are already dead, right? Or B, at the very least, are so out of place that they did not do their job properly. These are for all the chess players that are tactical snipers, not pray and spray carpet bombing. Like for all you people, for all you chess players that with more or less no pieces taken or few pieces taken, still managed to win by checkmate. And the ultimate of which is Paul Morphy, I think. Again, he's the greatest chess player that ever existed, as far as I'm concerned. If all of that happened to the king, what do you think happened to the queen and all the rest of them? Did she think about this? Did she think about this from a strictly speaking chess standpoint? And then did she think about this from a analogous or metaphorical or whatever, a life standpoint? I guarantee you she didn't. I guarantee you she didn't. And you know what the funny thing is? This Crystalline Karazin lady, or whoever the hell this is talking, she reminds, if I'm not mistaken, because I've been on YouTube for a while, she's the same one that was talking all this swirling talk back in 2012, 2013, maybe 2014 or something like that. And then she went and got with some guy, some white guy. He treated her like crap. Or no, she interviewed some white guy. She either got with some white guy, dated him, and he treated her like absolute crap, or she interviewed some white guy, and he was like, I don't know why you brought me on here. This isn't going to go good for you. Like, he let it be known. Yo, it's like, wait a minute. Don't you see the swastikas? Don't you see the Confederate flags? Don't you see the KKK uniform I got hanging up? Like, lady, what are you doing? Like, we're like on the very opposite side. And he literally said, after the interview, I don't know why the hell she invited me on there. It wasn't going to go good for her. And then she had the nerve to sit there and start crying on YouTube. If anybody knows who I'm talking about, put it in the comment section. I don't know if she's still here now. But she's like, my God, man, you black men suck. Like, this happened to me, and then none of you black men came to my defense. My God, you guys suck. And in like the most white girl California Valley girl, white girl voice. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Sergeant Willie Pete more than anybody else. Was like, whoa, wait a minute. You just went and told black men to go lick a dick. Like, you just told them to go fuck themselves. Like, no, I'm not. Well, what the hell are you doing? I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I really don't. I really don't. These same women are going to go and probably end up in some ghetto gaggers type crap. And then what? Black men can't afford a chessboard. Really? All right. 1 second. Is it there? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Black men can't afford this, can't afford a chessboard. Here you go. I have had this chessboard since I was this exact set. This chessboard and these chess pieces, standard issue chess pieces. I have had these since I won my first tournament. The same tournament I told you about at the beginning of this video. This chessboard and these chess pieces have seen me victorious in 10 tournaments. This was my prize for winning the first tournament, of which I have never lost. So, Gene J. McKee, BM can't afford a chessboard. Well, I didn't need to afford it because due to my intellectual skill, I was able to win it. So there's that. And I've had this board since I was 10 years old. I am now 34. Boom. You know what? Moving right along. Moving right the fuck on along.
Okay? You got to know when it's time to abandon the Kang. Are they not dominated? Do they not tell you? Do these nakers not tell you week after week about being slaves? Do they not express to you that they have been captured, that they are yet still on the plantation? Is that not something that we understand?
Interesting you say that, because the funny thing about it is, Tariq Nasheed, I'm gonna enjoy destroying you when I get this takedown of the HNIC video up. What you just said, madam, is something that is said more or less by black Americans, men and women. Now, everyone knows the history of their place, in white supremacy in the form of European imperialism has gone around and destroyed the whole rest of. Everybody knows their history. The Chinese know their history of how Europeans came there and fucked everything up, especially with that whole opium business. East Indians, they know their history. Everyone knows their history, right? I don't think you need to tell Africans their history, right? Jamaicans, we sure as hell know ours. And of course, from the bottom of Chile all the way the hell up to Mexico, right? We all know our history. And there's a reason why whites stand at the quote-unquote top right now. Okay? Historical reason for that. So everyone has been dominated. Everyone has been captured, right? But what you just said, quite interestingly enough, week after week, which black people are saying that? And of course, I'm sitting here saying which black people, not because I want to make a differentiation between various blacks. I mean, are we not all one big nigger to white supremacy? But based on what I've been hearing from a lot of black Americans as of late, as of the past couple of years now, there are different blacks. So this right here, madam, is something that is of... you don't see me video after video talking about how, oh my God, white man is dominating, oh man, white man is holding. You don't hear that. But then again, I'm Jamaican, so... So, madam, that right there, that's between you and your black Americans, because blacks that imported blacks, we come here and we start soaking stuff up. We don't sit here and talk about that crap. It's like, nah, okay, you let me in here? Cool, I'm going to get all these fucking resources and start getting back some of the shit that I should have had back in the country I came from, but, well... it got taken by white Western imperialism. That's what everyone else is doing. So what you just said right here, I'm going to leave that one alone, because that's between you and your black American men. All right?
Because they pushed it in our heads. Have they not? Have they not? When the king has been captured, ladies, you abandon the game because it's over. It's over. Well, who wants to check me and say it's invalid?
I believe I've just been doing that this entire, what is now, 44 minutes and 43 seconds and counting, 44, 45. But hey, Whatever.
Who wants to check Nylah? Okay. Who?
Okay, so that is the person talking. Nylah vibes, not Crystalline Karazin. Cynthia G. So Crystalline Karazin is probably the one that I was talking about. That girl that came running back to black men. Oh, why didn't you come protect me when this guy got on me? You guys suck. Okay, Crystalline Karazin is she still around? Is she still here? Cynthia G. I just saw this right here. Cynthia G. She's the one that I thought was talking right now. But it might have been this. Okay, Crystalline Karazin, whatever. Cynthia G. Oh, God, all these. Ugh, good Lord. All right.
Who wants to check Nylah? Once that king has been captured, you have to abandon the job. I just want to know who's going to check me, boo. Okay? And it's just, for me, it's just ironic as hell to listen day after day of them talking about being protected when they do not offer protection. And the fact that if you think about that game of chess, they really are the kings. Okay? They really are the kings. They really do need the women for.
The white men are taking the queens and the king is defenseless. I was just about to go and say something where I was just about to honestly go and say this. Okay, so you need to abandon the king and go where? And go where? Now, of course, considering my stance on things, you're free to abandon all you want. Considering you weren't even here in the first place, literally and figuratively. Where are you going to go? And it's quite interesting that just as I was thinking this comes up that you're seeing right here highlighted on the screen. The white men are taking the queens and the king is defenseless. Do you black women honestly think you're going to replace white women in white men's mind? Because I can tell you this right now, white women are not worried about you. They're really not. White women are, or at least should be, worried about all these Asian girls. That's what that's who they are tired of flanking them from the left. Okay? So where are you black women going to go? After the whole, oh my God, I managed to have sex with a black girl crap goes away, much like, oh my God, I managed to have sex with an Asian girl or something. Once that wears off, that little novelty of, oh, bucket list checked off, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Because my thing is, okay, one or two, maybe a few of you are able to go and find somebody of another race. Okay, fine. But it seems to me like 100% of, well, I'm going to say 100%, because obviously not 100% of you black women are talking the crap that these groups of black women are talking. However, it's quite a sizable number of you. So my question then is, do you all think that there is a white man out there, or non-black, we'll say, man out there, for all of you? Well, we're the majority. We're the minority, and there's a majority. Okay, fine. Yeah, but once you actually filter out, okay, well, how many of them actually want black women, and how many of them want you specifically? Out of all the black women, you know. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. Especially once you factor in that most people want to be, or whether they want to be or not, they want to be, but whether they want to be or not, they end up with somebody of their own race. That's even less people now that you have to pick from. Okay. Black men only learn chess when they get locked up. I got locked up at 10 years old. I've been arrested before. I have a criminal record. Oh shit! When was this? Okay. All right. Okay.
For everything. For everything. Okay? So now we're going to get into the topic of benign neglect.
And I think at this point it's the time to end it, because really it's been going on for almost an hour now, and far longer than even the original video that I had. And hopefully the sound is good this time, because I did test after test after test, and everything is the exact same way as it came through in the test, which was fine. Tests, plural. Kangs of Checkers. Winter's Grace, Wise One. Kangs of Checkers. Kangs, huh? Kangs. The same way white supremacists try to mock black men. They have no problem doing it here. And for someone, for some odd reason, they don't seem to realize that the same people that are saying this of black men are saying God knows what of black women. So again, where are you going to go? Jazz So Natural, who gone? Going to check Nylah, please step forward. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to have this video up, and I'm going to purposefully send it, and I'm going to directly send it to her. And let's see what she says. Let's see what she says. Okay? Okay. That's it. That's it, because what I'm drinking is almost done. What am I drinking? Don't worry about all that. I have to go cook. So, yeah, that's that. I just want to know, where the hell are you bitches gonna go? Oh my god. Hey, go on ahead. Wherever you're going to go, go. I mean, at this point, the only thing I have to say is don't ever come back. Don't ever come back. That's it. Later.